Hi, everyone. Welcome. I think everyone's joining in. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah? Okay, awesome. Good morning. Good morning. You can just put your thing on mute, and then I can unmute you. We'll do some Q&A stuff at the end. Unfortunately, with registration only Zooms, you have to like admit people from the waiting room. So I was like, why is no one on this? And then I saw everyone was in the waiting room. I was like, okay. There you all are. Let's see. I think everyone should be joining in. So we'll just let everyone join in here. If you want to just put in the chat where you are joining from, as well as who is your team leader. So can everyone hear me okay? Yeah. Okay, so the vintage child, maybe just turn your speaker up. I don't know what that could be. I know sometimes the phones are weird too. So and then the vintage child, you might want to just put your camera on mute too. So yeah, just whoever is your team leader, just write it in the chat and where you're coming from. Linda, I'm so excited. Linda just signed up, I think a week ago, which is awesome. Yes, I'm so excited. I signed her up on like my last day of vacation in Mexico. So my husband was like, we want to go to the pool, get off your phone. And I was like, okay, let me just send this quick text. And so we got Just Jerusalem on here, Rocky Point, Lupe, awesome. Welcome, Lupe. I think you signed up last night or this morning, which is awesome. Welcome. Stephanie is on here. Stephanie is watching my kids in the backyard right now, so I can do this. So Stephanie is amazing. Ariel, good to see you. We got to meet at convention, which was the best. I don't know if anyone saw the photos or videos or a million stories from convention, but I was like, I know I'm flooding every single person's phone right now, and I don't even care because it is like the ultimate party and I'm having so much fun. So, okay, so Julie does not have anyone yet, wants to learn more. Awesome. So if you are not yet a part of Plexus or you have not yet purchased any of the products, just make sure to reach out to whoever sent you this link, and then they can send you all the information for next steps. So whoever sent this to you, and we're going to also share this as well on YouTube. So if you're seeing this later on, whoever sent you this video, just text that person or DM that person and they'll get you all set up. All right. So just make sure to reach out to them. So I'm really excited. And Nicole Rumor is on here. I know she is in the middle of her reset. How many of you guys have started the 3-day reset today or this week as part of the Summer Slim Down Challenge? Let's give a wave if that's you. Some of you, half of you, a lot of you. I unfortunately can't do the reset because I'm pregnant, but I am doing the rest of the Slim Down Challenge. But I did the reset last year, which totally changed my life. So, all right, so I'm going to get started, and I actually have slides, which if you know anything about me, and I know all of you don't, I've never preached with slides in my entire life. And so making this presentation, I said to Parker, I was like, this is actually the most stressful thing I've ever done, because I was like, I don't even know how to make a presentation or slides. And he was like, that is so funny, because usually it's a thing that preachers actually know how to use. So this could actually maybe change my whole preaching. I might now be a slide person after this. Just said I would have helped you. Yes, however, I'm a procrastinator, so I just finished it an hour ago. But anyway, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And then I have Morgan on here, and halfway through, we'll jump in, and I'm going to have her share some stuff as well as do some Q&A. And then I'm going to walk you guys through some of the dashboard stuff, because I know that a lot of you had questions in regards to like just some of the logistical business stuff. I know when I got dinner with Krista and Morgan and Charlotte, and I was like, okay, what the heck is PV? What's points? Like, what do I actually just need to do? And it was like, as soon as I just figured out the basics, everything else was super easy. So if you're brand new and you're jumping into it, you're kind of jumping into a little bit of a whirlwind right now too, because we have the Summer Slim Down Challenge happening. Morgan has her diamond run, woo, which is awesome. And we're so excited. And so she's going for that. So we have that going on. And then there's like a bazillion giveaways as well happening. So don't feel overwhelmed. The thing that I keep telling people, I know I've talked to Mavis about this, I've talked to Jess about it, is like, just keep things simple. Like, you don't need to know every product. You don't need to know how everything works. So in my slideshow presentation, you'll see that I just kind of gave you guys the basics of what you need to get started and to really excel. And then I would say once you're like at gold or senior gold, then maybe start like learning about some of the other products, learning about some of the other tools. But I want to just get you started on basically just how to get going. So don't think you need to know every product. You don't. Half the time I use the info page to even figure out what products to recommend to people. So I will email that to you guys if you need that. How many of you guys have been to the info page before? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. So if you haven't, just reach out to me. I can get you that link. But the info page, like, I know so many people that struggle with eczema, and there's like a billion testimonies, or I'll be like, okay, if someone's struggling with this, what's the right product for them? You don't need to like be a medical genius to do this stuff. So use that. And then there's also the Team Revive page. How many of you guys are on that? How many of you are on Team Revive? Okay, awesome. I would say just as like a habit, just jump on there like every day in the morning, just for 5 minutes, just to see what's going on. And so again, none of this has to take a ton of time. I probably work on this like less than a half hour a day. Today, a little bit more because of my slideshow presentation. But honestly, I usually just put a 30-minute time slot in my calendar every day to just like follow up with some people, maybe do a social media post. So again, just keep things really, really simple for yourself. All right. So I am going to share my screen with you, and let's see. Okay. Okay. Can you guys all see my screen here? Yes. Okay. Awesome. All right. So let's go to, let's put this into full screen. Okay, so everyone see this? Yes, awesome. Okay, can you guys see the Zoom bar on the side too, or no? Is that just for me? Oh, nice. Okay. I was like, is that blocking it? All right. So basically this whole call is just going to be about how to start with the business side of Plexus. This is not really like a call if you want to learn more about the products, which maybe one day we'll do one about that. But this is really more for people interested in the business side of it. And this is pretty much, I put everything in here, everything I wish I knew about the business side of it. So these are all the questions that I had, and then questions that you guys have messaged me. So if there's any other questions you have, we'll have that Q&A time. And then I'm also recording this whole thing, so you can also reference it. And then this whole presentation, I can also send to you if you want to refer to it for notes, as well as send it to other people that you're wanting to do the business with as well. So my friend Morgan is going to be jumping on here in a second. Morgan is a Sapphire, which is the second highest level in Plexus. And she's making a run for Diamond this month, which is awesome. And Krista, who's her team leader, is currently a Diamond in Plexus. And one cool thing is, if you're on this call, God orchestrated for you to be on Team Revive, which is really cool. So that's the team that we're a part of. And I just kept thinking, it's so cool, out of every team that I could have accidentally been on with Plexus, that I'm on the one that's like full of women that are on fire for Jesus. And it just like it's a very different experience than a lot of people have had with MLMs or network marketing. And so even at the convention, we did this encounter night, and it was just so powerful. And so it's just been incredible just to make friends that are in love with Jesus, but also like going after their goals and not shying away from that. So I feel like sometimes in ministry, people are just so weird about all sorts of different things. And so I was really excited to just make some friends outside of like straight up like ministry world. So anyway, so if you're on this call, you are part of Team Revive. And so the first thing I want to have you guys do, and you can do this throughout the week, but I think it's really important just to write down what your vision actually is. And I always tell people, if you've heard me preach before, we are not new age people. We don't practice witchcraft. It's really important to actually ask God what your vision is. And so even when I was away at Mexico with my husband, Parker, and our kids, I just said to the Lord, I was like, what's your vision for me in this next year? What is your dream? And the reality is this is, with God, all things are possible, which means that sometimes your own dreams and ambitions are not possible. But if you remain in him and his love remains in you, like we see in John 15, right? If we remain in his love and we ask God what he's dreaming about, right, we can actually get a clear vision. And from that vision, we get a really clear why. And so I think before anyone starts a journey like this, because listen, you're going to have huge wins, and then you're going to have times where it's just hard. You may have a month where no one gives a rip about what you're doing. They don't care about your health. No one wants to sign up. And then you may have another month where 20 people sign up. There's just like, that's the ebb and flow of life, right? And so the thing is having that clear vision, having that clear why helps you to overcome whatever circumstance, whatever trial. Especially, I will say, the number one thing that network marketing has set me free from is fear of man. And so if you are called to ministry, I actually think every minister should actually do network marketing, because nothing will address your fear of man. Everyone's like, I'm so free. I'm so free. And I'm like, oh yeah, share about network marketing and see how free you are, because we still care so much about what people think about us. We still care so much about how we're perceived. And you need to get your vision and your why down before the Lord, so that no matter what people think, no matter what happens, no matter what ups and downs, let's say you become a diamond in a year, right? And that's a huge win. Or let's say some months are a little bit harder. Whatever that happens, you still have your clear vision and your clear why, and that's not going to change, right? So I put the little jewels here as part of the vision, because I think one of the things I love about Plexus is anytime you hit a goal, there's another goal to hit. And one of the things that really motivates me is just like, it feels like a fun game of like, there's just more opportunities for growth, more opportunities for stretching in myself. And then I also put this picture of Morgan with her Lexus that she got this year that I'll have her share about. But I actually put that as part of my vision because I just think it's cool that you can get a free car. So I was like, if you can get a free car, why would you not want a free car? And then I also wrote down 2 other little sticky notes. And one is to go on vacation and to get to senior gold. And so even writing down those things for yourself. So for me, one of the reasons why I decided to start selling Plexus last year was because it started working for me. But not only that, I wanted to be able to take my family on vacation, and I'm in full-time ministry. And so sometimes our finances are really tight, and I just never wanted that to be a factor to stop my family from being able to have experiences together. And so we actually were able to go to England for Christmas because of Plexus. And so a lot of times people are like, that's so cool, you get to do that. And I was like, yes, hard work pays off, and you can do cool things too, if you believe in what the opportunities are that God has for you. And so I'm going to share quickly with you just a little bit of my journey with it. And just to give you a little bit of context. So I started Plexus literally a year ago, almost like a year and a week ago, which is so exciting. And the reason why I have this picture on the left of Parker and I baptizing this woman outside is actually, this was the first time I realized that I had a problem. And everyone looks at the picture and they're like, wow, amazing. We baptized 300 people in Houston. But what happened was this, God started to move really powerfully. And it was about 100 degrees outside. And I was out of shape and not healthy. I had a terrible migraine that day. And about 100 baptisms in, I actually stepped out of the tub and passed out right next to that floor. And they put a modesty cloth on top of me because they thought I was slain in the spirit, but I was actually just not healthy. And my husband, Parker, who's extremely healthy, ran over to me, got me a granola bar, gave me a drink of water. And he was like, Jess, you got to get your health in order. If you're going to do this for the long run, like, you just can't be messing around anymore. And I realized that I had a huge call on my life, and my body was not in the position it needed to be to actually fulfill the calling on my life. And I watched, and I only share this with you guys, I wouldn't probably share this publicly, but I was watching a lot of female preachers around the world that were overweight and out of breath. And I said to Parker, I was like, I don't want to be in my 50s out of breath on stage preaching the gospel. And I was like, I want to be able to sprint around that stage. I want to be able to baptize thousands of people and still have energy and strength. And then anyone that knows me as well knows that I have suffered with chronic migraines for about 10 years. And I really felt like I was not able to really be the mom that I needed to be for my children. And so my mother-in-law can tell you how many times I would just be in a dark room because the migraines would be so bad. And I had no idea that it was all gut health related. And so last summer, I saw Morgan posting about convention. And honestly, I was at the point where I just was like, I just need to try something. And it was one of those things like, I don't know if this is going to work for me, but I just need to try it. And so I decided to just try it, and I did the reset. And after having my cute little daughter, Summer, I was eating keto and working out and not losing weight. And I felt super defeated. I felt super upset. It sucks when you're working out and not losing anything or even gaining weight. So I have my little weight chart there. You can see I use a scale called Renfo, which you can buy on Amazon, which is amazing. It connects to this app. It's called the Renfo scale, but it measures body fat, which is really important for me. So you can see on there, that's body fat. So on 4/20, if you see the date on the bottom, my body fat was 31.6. Now, after working out and eating super healthy, it went up to 32. Now, I don't know how many of you have tried to lose weight before, but the last thing you want is to see your progress go the opposite way. And I just started crying, and I was like, Parker, it feels like the opposite is working. And so then you can see at 6:14 is when I purchased my reset. And all of a sudden, from 6:14 to 7:15, you start to see actual progress. And it was the first time in 2 years that I actually started to lose body fat, which also led to weight loss. And in one summer, which is last summer, I ended up losing over 15 pounds. And so I'm not like a big, I don't know, body picture person, because of ministry, but I did want to share this picture with you guys. But the picture on the right of me in those shorts. So my vision was I wanted to be able to wear jean shorts. And I know that's so stupid, but I was so tired of wearing biker shorts and sweat shorts. And I said to Parker, I was like, my vision for the end of the summer is to be able to wear a tucked in shirt into jean shorts. And we ended up at the end of the summer going to Florida. And I was able to fit into a pair of jean shorts that I owned before I had kids and tuck a tank top into it. And I never shared that picture online. It was just for myself and now for you guys. But I was like, wow, this actually works. And so I had no intention of doing the business, which is like every single person I've ever talked to in Plexus. But for me, I actually couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this really works. My scale is showing me that I'm losing body fat, not just water. I lost 15 pounds. And then on top of it, which Morgan didn't even tell me about, but my migraines went away. And for someone that suffers with chronic migraines, that's like a freaking life game changer. So I would be sometimes puking before preaching because my migraines would be so bad. And then this is another thing I'm going to be sharing this week, just another testimony. But Mavis, who leads our intercessors for ministry, about once a month, I would send a text to the intercessors to pray for me because I was sick. And I went back and looked at all the intercessor texts from the last year. And since taking Plexus a year ago, I have not been sick one time in the last year, which for me is insane. So every month I was sick. And now in the last year, I have not been sick once. And I actually didn't even realize that. But while we were in Mexico, my husband pointed that out. He was like, I think a big why for you is that you haven't been sick in the last year one time. And he was like, now our intercessors can pray for souls and they don't need to just pray for your health. And I was like, that's amazing. It's just like so good. And so that's a little bit of my journey. And so one of the things for vision, I think, this is just a core value, and I would say this would help all of you succeed, is your vision has to be bigger than you. And so my vision in life, my number one value, actually my number 4 value, if I'm honest, is radical generosity. And so the picture that I have on the left is actually Morgan's husband, Jeremiah. And Jeremiah and Morgan, not a lot of people know this, but our family was actually in a little bit of a financial bind, which they did not know at all at the time. And they actually gave us their Denali. And so in the background of that picture is Jeremiah giving us their Denali, their car. And it's our family car now. And what Jeremiah didn't know was that 6 months before that, if you look on the right, the Lord had told me to buy a Mercedes for my friend Victoria, who did not have a car. And he did not know that I actually had a vision to buy someone a car once a year. And so even though we didn't have the financial means to do that, part of my vision was I wanted to be someone that bought cars for people. It was just something, a weird thing that I wanted to do. And so we've given away 3 cars. And then it was just a really cool thing when we were in a time of need without anyone knowing, the Lord prompted Jeremiah and Morgan to give us their car. And so I just love that radical generosity just creates more radical generosity. And so part of my vision for this year, why I want to go to Emerald this year, is I want to be able to buy someone a car every single year. And I want that to be part of my Plexus testimony. Another thing for me, that's one of my goals, is I want to pay for families to have vacations. So Parker and I wrote down 4 families this year that we're saving up to buy vacations for. And I know Jess Jeruzik's on this call and I see her there. Like, not a lot of people know this, but as our friendship group, our radical generosity is a big value in our friendships. And so they actually took their vacation and sewed it into Vic and Shane for their honeymoon. And they paid for them to go on their whole honeymoon. And I just kept thinking, wow, what if Team Revive could pay for every single person that we know's honeymoon? What if we could pay for families to be able to go on vacation where they're stuck in a poverty mindset and they need to just have vision that there's more possible, right? And I believe that that's actually part of sowing into revival, is breaking that poverty spirit with radical generosity. And so I keep asking the Lord, I'm like, I want to make 6 figures so I can give away so much money that it's offensive to people. And I'm like, I think that will change the course of America's history. And so I love that the Johnsons are part of our story. And now, as we're pursuing Plexus and moving forward with this, now that Morgan's going for a diamond run, I know and I trust their ability to be generous. So I'm like, yeah, I want her to be a diamond. Why? Because I know more people will be blessed if that vision comes to pass, right? And so I would say maybe making some goals of what kind of radically generous person are you going to be when you reach your goals. And I just feel like God is more inclined to bless people that are a blessing to others. So it's just a conviction that I have, and he's always kind of proven that to be true. So I wrote down a few things of ways to do well, and I'll send you guys this whole presentation. And then I'm going to have Morgan jump on in just a minute, but I just want to get through these. And after I have Morgan jump on, then I'm going to show you some of the dashboard stuff. Okay. So you don't have to ask Morgan any dashboard questions or any background questions. I'm going to answer that. But I just want to help you guys with some simple ways to do well. So the first one is me plus 3. And at the end of this presentation, I'll explain what that is. But essentially, again, keeping things really simple, making a goal to just find 3 people to do this with you. 1, it's easier to stay motivated if you have other people to do this journey with. And then 2, just everyone knows 3 people that need to get healthy or need extra income or both. And so again, just keeping things simple like that just helps you kind of reach those next goals. The second thing I wrote down is, and I made this number 2 because it's actually that important, is having a winning mindset. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for 1 second. And let me see. Wait, I don't even know if I know how to do that. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Okay, I don't know how to do that right now, but I'll figure it out in a second. Let's see. All right. Oh, here we go. All right, can you guys see me? Okay. So really quick, I just want to talk to you about having a winning mindset and why that is actually one of the most important things for you. So having a winning mindset means that no matter what your situation or circumstances are, you believe that you're going to win. And I know that that seems so basic, but I actually try to challenge myself once a week to watch a training video or speak to someone that's doing well or hear testimony of someone that's doing well, so that I'm around people that have a right mindset. So negative or victim mindset sounds like, well, I don't have that many people in my life that need this, or I don't have a big social media following, or and it's that can't do it mentality. And I just want to encourage you, you need to have a I can do it mentality and ask God for vision, get new ideas, be creative, and just look for opportunities. And so one of the things, and this is not just a Plexus thing, this is like a lifestyle thing, right? Being someone that believes for good things, believes in possible things, and doesn't just get stuck in circumstances, doesn't get stuck in situations, right? So that's why even having goals for radical generosity before you're there, having a vision before you're there is what gets you in the mindset to get there, right? So again, If you, let's say you have 50 followers on Instagram, right? Well, those are still 50 people, right? A lot of times we're like, well, I only have 50 followers. I'm like, well, 50 is better than 0, right? And here's the thing too. I actually have a background in marketing and social media. So the reality is this, is the more you share on social media, the more you share your story, the more you post, the more you engage with other people, the more that will just grow, right? So if you have a victim mindset and you're like, well, I don't have a following there, well, then you're never going to grow, right? So you just got to start with what you have. You got to steward with what you have, right? And just begin. And then also just take 5 minutes and write down, who are 5 people, who are 10 people, who are 20 people that I know in just everyday life. And if you don't know anyone, like if you can't think of 5 people in your life, right? Then I would really just take time to be like, okay, God, like what are some maybe bigger issues that you want to actually heal right now in me, right? Like, as Christians, we're supposed to know people. We're supposed to have people in our lives, right? So maybe this is an evangelism opportunity to like get out of your comfort zone, get out of your box, right? And just start to meet other people. And so I just want to encourage you, just don't get stuck in that mentality of I don't have this, I don't have that. Listen to testimonies and stories of people that have done well, and pay attention to what they've done and start to actually just grasp that kind of mindset, right? And so something I always tell people, and they're like, I don't have a big social media following. I'm like, most of the diamonds started when like Instagram and Facebook like wasn't even a thing. So they just started simply with the people that were in their life. So I just wanted to encourage you guys with that. And also, I know this sounds really basic, but reading the Word of God and meditating on the Word of God is going to give you a winning mindset, right? And so I would say like read John 15 until you have it memorized, right? Read John 1 until you have it memorized and start to understand like you're a co-heir with Christ, right? Like, what does that mean? All authority has been given to Jesus, and so he sends you out, right? So understanding these concepts of identity. And so what I love about this opportunity is it also addresses maybe orphan mindsets you've had, insecurities, right? But don't just shoo that stuff away, right? Let that stuff get healed. So some of you are going to lose weight. Some of you, your mind is going to get renewed in this whole process. And God tricked you and thought you're going to lose 20 pounds. And instead, you're going to get a kingdom mindset and actually like become a force to be reckoned with, right? So it's like, I always just feel like God always has tricks up his sleeve to actually like help us to become the people we actually are meant to be. And so I'm going to share a few more tips with you, and then I'm going to have Morgan jump on here. So, okay. Okay, let's get this thing on here. Okay. So next is, I wrote on here, number 3, create a local meetup group to do this together. So this summer, I'm starting one in Wilmington on Wednesday afternoons. And basically any women that live in Wilmington, I'm inviting them to meet me at Casablanca on Wednesday afternoons to work on the business together. And it doesn't need to be a 10-hour thing. You could do a coffee meeting after church on Sundays, right? You can figure out any time, but just finding people locally to do this together. And the reason is because most of us need encouragement, and most of us don't want to do life alone. I know I don't. And so I know I will stay more motivated if I'm doing this with other friends. And so again, that connects to the me plus 3. Okay. Next thing is, if I haven't sent this to you already, just message me and I'll send it to you. But watch Eric Worry's video about recruiting 20 people. It's one of the best videos I've seen on network marketing. Super, super helpful. One of the things he addresses is that the myth of growing slow and steady. So slow and steady does not win the Plexus race. You will not become a diamond slow and steady. Yes, you need to be consistent, But he says, for 90 days, go at it 100%. Like, give it all you've got for 90 days. Like, make a goal to sign up 20 people this month. Me plus 3, like 3 should be the bottom, like your minimum that you're going to sign up this month. Like, my goal is to sign up 40 people this month. Right. So I took his 20 and I'm like, I'm going to try to go for 40. Right. So that if I land somewhere at the minimum, maybe I'll land at 15 then if I'm aiming for 40. So sometimes we aim so low, we're like, okay, I just want to sign up one person. And that mindset, again, is not going to help you succeed. So if you aim for 20, aim for 30 people, right? Well, at the minimum, then you're going to at least get to silver and sign up 3 people. And so he has a great video on why this is important, especially if you want to build the business. So if you don't have that video, just message me and I will send that link to you. And then the 5th thing I have is learn people's needs and stay organized. So this is a really simple thing, but if you're selling a weight loss package to someone that weighs 90 pounds, you're not serving them correctly, right? So actually figuring out, like, what are the health goals that the person has that's joining you, and what do they actually need? So I always tell my husband, Parker, I'm like, Plexus has made me a better pastor. Like, I am learning, just even in church, learning how to see the needs of people and actually slow down to actually figure out, like, what do people need? And then actually staying organized. So I have an Apple iPhone. I use the reminders app, which is like on every iPhone. And I just make a list of people that have reached out or people that have come to mind and what are their needs. And I just have a reminder to myself just every few days to check in on them. Yesterday I sent about 50 text messages to people, just wishing them a happy 4th of July. And I wasn't like trying to sell them anything. It was just like, hey, happy 4th of July, like praying for you. If there's anything that you need, let me know. And so it's just, again, like actually paying attention to what people need and not just thinking of people in regards to sales. Okay, so I'm going to jump back onto this in a second. But I want to bring Morgan on here, and I had a few questions for her. And if you guys have any questions too, you can write these in the chat. And then after Morgan's done, we'll jump into some of the dashboard stuff. All right, you guys good? I know I'm going through this fast, but I'm just a fast talker. So, all right. Hi, Morgan.
Hello. It's so good to be with you guys. This has been amazing.
I'm so excited, and I'm excited to get into the dashboard stuff with everyone and PV and points and all of that. But I know, Morgan, you've been on this journey for a while, and you're making a run for Diamond this month. And I would just want to ask you, like, what was one of the easiest, because I would say one of the things that I see that you do is not just build up teams, but you also build up teams and recruit people still. Like, you're one of the biggest recruiters on Team Revive still every month. So what are like some of the main ways that you actually get people to join and sign up?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I have been in Plexus for 7 years now. I've been doing the business for about 6.5 years. So I started, just like Jessi said, most of us start and we think we're not going to do the business. And then we start doing it. And so for 6.5 years, I have done the same thing over and over and over again. And it's just seeds that we sow, right? And the more seeds we sow, the harvest that we're able to reap. And so it's small, consistent actions that we continue to do over and over again that are going to pay off in a huge way. Now, I love the Eric Worre video because he talks about you have to be the turtle and the rabbit. So there are short sprints that we have, right? This month, our team is going for Diamond. So I'm putting in a whole lot of work and I'm probably going to recruit a whole lot of people. And I have months where I run really hard because that's the grace that God's given me in that month. And then there are slower months, and that's okay too. But I never let up on income producing activity. So every day I'm typically posting, I'm letting people into my story so they get the opportunity of Plexus. If you are brand new, we have something called the Franks list, okay? So you want to make a list, write down your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, your neighbors, and your kid association. So there are people in your life that when Jessi was like, write down the people who need this, you might have not known who you were thinking about, but if you're specifically thinking of your friends, write all the names that come to mind. Who are your relatives? Everybody has brothers, sisters, cousins, grandpas, right? Who are those people who are in your close circle? And then you have associates, people who you see on occasion, your hairstylist, the person who does your nails. Maybe it's you go to the grocery store and you see the same clerk over and over again. There are tons of people all around you. And what you have to do is figure out what problem do they have that Plexus can be the answer to. So yes, Plexus has a lot of things that it offers. We were the first gut health company. We have weight loss. I say you can break it down into 3 categories. Weight management. There are some people who are 90 pounds who really wish they could be more. So you need to bring their body back into balance. There are people who need this weight loss challenge, right? So there are people who need to lose weight. But maybe there are people who are struggling with gut health. They're struggling with immune health. Like Jessi talked about her migraines. There are people, everyone, if they have a gut, they probably need Plexus. So what your job is to be a really good friend or associate or whatever that is, and figure out what need do they have that you can provide the answer to. So then when you know the need, you can provide a solution there. You're already ready for that, okay? So ask good questions. Promote different aspects of Plexus online. Do not shy away from the business. I love business posts. You're able to earn a cruise. That's gonna perk some people's interests. The idea that you're running for a goal and you need help, that's gonna perk somebody's interest. The idea that you just lost weight, that's gonna perk somebody's interest. So there are different ways that you can post on social media to figure out who needs this and why do they need that. But the most important thing you can do is show up. So whether you're showing up in person or you're showing up on social media, that's your green light that, hey, my business is open and I have supplements that can help you and a business that can help you. Start with the belief. If you're brand new and you don't have that belief, you can borrow the belief from me. You can borrow it from Jessi. That is what I did for the first 2 to 3 years because I wasn't positive even why I was in network marketing. Why in the world did God bring me here? I followed a simple nudge and just kept going. And my journey started like, hey, I'm going to post once a year and see where this thing goes. And then after I did that, what I did for that year was I was super consistent. I shared my results. I shared other people's testimonies. As soon as I had interested people, I plugged them into that info page that Jessi is talking about, and I would tag those friends in what their interest was. So if somebody was like, oh my gosh, I struggle with migraines just like that girl, I would add them to the info page. I would find a testimony that related to them again. I would tag them and say, hey, I just read this testimony and it made me think of you. Check it out and let me know what you think. They may or may not respond right then. So my third step was follow-up. I was going to follow up with them and ask them, hey, did you get a chance to check out that testimony? What did you think? This network marketing is all about relationship building. It's all about getting to know people well and helping them get the best results that they want, whether it be with the supplements or the business. And it's all built on belief and mindset. And when your belief and mindset is there, I believe that you are going to be unstoppable. So if you have belief that you can do this and that these supplements work, it's going to be easy to recruit people. It's going to be easy to help people duplicate what you're doing. It's going to be easy to duplicate other leaders, and it's going to be easy to keep people in your business. And that is the 4 pillars of our Plexus network marketing business. We're going to help people get started. We're going to help them do the same thing. We're going to help them stay around, and we're going to help them develop other leaders. If you can do those 4 simple things, you are going to make it to the top of this business. You have to be willing to put in the work. It's not easy. It's simple. Like Jessi said, even as a Sapphire Ambassador, a 6-figure earner, I have a Lexus. I'm going to Mexico in September. I've earned lots of things. I still can do this in a short amount of time. Right now, I was at the church. I had a meeting from 9 to 12. I'm about to go into another meeting at from 1 to 3. I fit it right into my schedule. I get to choose what I say yes to. It's such a beautiful thing. And I also wanted to mention Team Revive. You have a business for yourself. So you can do it your way. Your business doesn't have to look like mine. It doesn't have to look like Jessi's. You just have to do the right things and allow it to continue to work. You have a business for yourself, but you're not in it by yourself. You have an amazing Team Revive resource. I know Jessi has her leaders in a group as well. We're here to help you. You can never ask too many questions. I work with anybody who is ready to work. So if you're doing the things and I say, okay, hey, this YouTube is for you, watch it, get back to me, let me know what you think about it. You have to watch a training and then apply it. And then we continue to build on that so we can see what do you need and what does your business need. And you have so many resources there. On Team Revive, there are pinned posts. So if you're like, I don't know what to post, I'm not into social media like you guys are yet, it's on Team Revive. If you want to know, hey, do men do Plexus? Yes, there's a whole section pinned on Team Revive that say men of Plexus. Do you want to know about the comp plan? You can go to Team Revive and search comp plan. There's going to be 2 amazing posts on there that break it down. They have YouTubes on there. They have it written form, all the things. You can find everything in Team Revive. We are absolutely here for you. If you can't find something, reach out, ask the questions. We're here to do that. There's going to be giveaways. If there's just VIP customers, we love our VIP customers. And so when they place an order, we'll do something called the 100 PV Club every once in a while on a month. And then they get to earn a bigger prize through a giveaway. If they have 100 PV in, they get entered in just for being a valued customer. So there's a lot of things there on Team Revive. We have Zooms. Sometimes they're weekly, sometimes they're monthly, but all of that is posted on Team Revive. Jessi is posting the links to these. I cannot stress enough, be on the Team Revive page, be on the info page. I built my entire business to around $60,000 or $70,000 simply by posting on Facebook, adding them to the info page, and then messaging them after. Those consistent actions every single day, getting that out there, reaching out to people, following up with them, helped me build a business. My husband said I wasn't allowed to call it a hobby anymore. I had to call it, it wasn't a little side gig. I had an income and I had to share about it. So keep planting those seeds, make a goal. Jessi has outlined it beautifully. You have to have a vision. Without vision, people perish, right? Get that vision in your mind, and then your business will be sustainable from there. Have spurts of work. We can break down what the work looks like. What does income producing activity look like every day? Looks like sharing the business every single day, following up every single day, having some type of personal growth every single day, watching a training and applying it. If you continue to do that every single day, except your Sabbath, I'm a full proponent of a Sabbath, you need a day off, you are going to be successful. Continue to do that. If you maximize your efforts, your results are going to be maximized as well. So you get to determine the speed, but success loves speed. So the faster you go and the spurts you do, then you can go on cruise control and then see when the grace is to speed up, then go on cruise control, and you can continue to cycle that. That's what I've done for 7 years, and we're about to hit the top of the company. So it's been a beautiful thing. Be relatable. I allowed people into my story, and then I just continued to relate with those people. So how do I still enroll 9 people in a month 7 years later? It's because I've been following up with some people for 7 years, excuse me. I've been open for that long. And some people, they saw it for the first time and they were ready to order. Everybody has a different season, and you have to trust the Lord in that season and then run from there. Because I do have to go at 1, I wanted to open it up for any questions that you guys had. I could probably answer a couple, and then I am fully accessible to you guys. You can message me at any point, ask me a question. Of course, Jessi and I are here for you guys in whatever you need. Are there any questions? Did I miss any questions? I was not watching
If
the
you
chat.
guys have a question, just put a heart in the chat and I can unmute you and pin you on here. So if you have any questions, you can just put a little heart in the chat. And okay, so Jess Jeruzik, that's a good question. She said, do you lose your status if no one orders a month?
So that's a great question. You don't lose your status as far as your rank title and the benefits of that if you go to convention. Like once you're a jewel, you're always a jewel, but your pay is based on your points. So as someone orders, you get points monthly, and you're going to get paid on your points or your welcome pack bonuses. And as you increase, you get paid 7 different ways. Did that help answer your question? Your status does not go down, but you get paid based on the points that you have. Okay.
That's so good. And then Dana, I'm going to unmute you. And you have a
Hi.
question there. Hi,
I
Dana.
do. Hey, how are you? I was just wondering what the N in the Frank list stood for, and the 4th thing that Morgan mentioned on the income producing activities.
Perfect. So the N is neighbors. So any neighbors that you have. And then the 4th thing that I mentioned that I do. So
It was
IPA.
help them to develop leaders.
Perfect.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else got a question? Something to just to let you guys know, that's really helpful. Just to know in Team Revive, again, I always tell Parker, I'm like, we were laughing at convention. I was like, favor's not fair, because the thing is I don't think you guys realize this, but within Team Revive, we have Krista, who's a diamond, and we have Morgan, who's about to become a diamond. And when I was at convention, I didn't realize, but having access to these people with so much wisdom, not every team has access to that. So the fact that we have a sapphire who's going diamond and another diamond on our team that we can ask questions to during our journey is like a game changer. So I just want to encourage you guys to make sure to utilize that. Like, I know, like, getting on those Team Revive Zooms and even looking at the Team Revive page for inspiration, like, they're not telling you to do something because it's just fun for them to keep telling you to do stuff. They're trying to help you. And so again, a lot of times people are like, well, this didn't work. And I'm like, well, you didn't do any of the things that people encouraged you to do. So I just want to encourage you guys, like, something I wrote down for myself is, you know, for 1 year, I want to just give it 110%, right? Like, I want to put a story up every day for 1 year. I want to do selfies of myself. I want to share about the business and just see what God will do in a year if I give it 110%. Because a lot of times, again, that victim mindset's like, well, it didn't work for me, but you didn't do anything. So I just want to encourage you, like, we have access to people that are leaders in the worldwide company. Like, God orchestrated for you to have that favor. So make sure to utilize that. Mavis, I'm going to unmute you. Here you are. All right, Mavis, what's your question?
I was just wondering, because I have a friend who listened to one of the teachings, and is actually a testimony of someone who had horrible gut health. She had so many problems. She was taking zillions of drugs, and she's almost an exact match for that. And she really wants to try the product. I know that her testimony would skyrocket. I mean, we just bought her groceries yesterday because she actually can't afford things. So what do you do in a case like that? How do you help people, like, believe they can afford it, or do you ever buy some for them instead?
I love that question. So I would say be spirit-led. If you feel like, I have blessed people with supplements before, but what you did is you just heard a need. And so I have a woman on my team who, she was in that same position. She had 7 or 8 kids. She knew she needed the supplements. Her daughter needed them. And so we helped her find people first. And then she was ready to order her welcome pack, and she went silver and paid for her supplements very, very quickly. And so that person, anyone and everyone, can have access to the info page. So as you're getting potentials, as you're making your Frank's list, you're adding them to that info page so they can see what Plexus has to offer. And then we can even do an event with those people. That's something you should be doing on a regular basis. You can have a messenger party, say, hey, invite all your potentials. And then of course, at the end of that party, we're going to say, hey, let's get you signed up. So you have a referral link, and they're able to make that income initially. And they can sign up for $9.95, have a referral link, and then order their supplements after that first Friday paycheck. They have 30 days to order a welcome pack so they can benefit from the business right off the bat. And then, that's somebody who you're going to want to help to continue to get their products paid for because they can't afford it. And so my favorite phrase is, we don't want finances to stand in the way of you and your health goals. Let's help you get your products paid for. And a lot of developing leaders looks like coming alongside them, showing them how simple it really is, and then they take off with the business. It's how we have so many accidental business starters, right? It's because I was like, oh my gosh, my friend needs this. Oh my gosh, this person needs this. Oh my gosh, person needs this. And then it just seemed so simple. And then it got really fun. And then I knew it was what the Lord was telling me to do it. And it snowballed from that. So I would say that person particularly, let's help them get their supplements paid for. But absolutely, there have been times where I have felt like the Lord is like, hey, bless that person with a bag of Slim. So then they realize they need this, because we all know that when we walk into a store, we don't have the money for those things. But as soon as we know that we need them, we're able to shift some things around. Krista Deary was on food stamps when she started. She did not have any money, but trying Plexus was cheaper than checking herself into doctors and getting on medication. So she was like, I'm going to give this 60 days and see if it works. And she couldn't afford not to have the supplements after that, because they really did turn her life around. Another diamond in the company, she couldn't even afford milk, but her health was so bad that she started this, found a way to pay for her supplements, and then went diamond very, very quickly because she realized how simple it was. So I would say you're identifying an objection there, and you're able to help them overcome that by helping them get started to refer friends.
Okay. Thank you.
I also put in the chat just a really simple like verbiage script. And I always say with any of these scripts or anything you see like Plexus scripts and stuff, they're really helpful. And then just change it to your own language, because everyone knows kind of how you talk. So I always edit things so that it's from me. But there's a really easy expense objection verbiage thing that Morgan shared with me. And I had two people that had financial objections and shared this with them. And afterwards, they ended up signing up. And so I just want to encourage you to, like, a lot of times people, honestly, I think I'm planning on doing a whole video on this, but I think that the fear of money is one of the biggest plagues in our nation. And people will spend money on ridiculous things, but not taking care of themselves. And it's like a really weird mindset thing again. And so again, I think it's part of that caring for people and realizing, hey, actually taking care of yourself is going to actually help you in the long run. And also, this is an opportunity for people to make income. So the finance objection is actually perfect for business builders. So I put that in the chat, and you guys could literally just copy and paste that and just save it into your phones. So I will do one more question. Morgan, you got to go right now, right?
I can do one more and then I'll scoot out.
Okay. So Jess, I'm going to add you on here.
Hi, Morgan. Hi, guys. Question. Do you see that if people have an objection because they might have any medical issues or things like that, have you ever noticed that the products have a negative effect if people are taking medications? And I know a lot of them are very natural, but just a two-part. Also, how long would you recommend that they would see changes? Sometimes people, I know it varies, but especially what's like a good kind of 30 days. I like the triplex is 30 or 60. What would be that kind of answer if somebody gives you like, oh, well, how long do you think I would see a change, or does this affect with my medications?
I love that question. So it's kind of twofold. So I love, especially to help retain customers as well, their natural health supplements. And so most of the time we've done something to our body in order to need the supplements. And unfortunately, because we live in America and everything is so altered, right? We're not farming our own stuff. We don't know where the land is. We're on medication. We have stress. We're not getting enough sleep. We need supplements. And so I know that we need what we have. So I love to tell people like, hey, this isn't a one-time thing. Our weight loss challenge is amazing. Yes. But long-term success health-wise, I do love to prepare almost everybody who comes into the business of like, hey, this is going to be like, give it 60 to 90 days. If somebody is really focused on the money back guarantee, I'm like, okay, give it a real shot for 60 days. Tell me you're going to consistently do this. Work with me to troubleshoot getting the right timings to see change. And I had a friend who she had to go like 72 days. And then all of a sudden she snapped and her vertigo went away and she lost weight. And like, there were so many things. So I've seen so many testimonies because we didn't get unhealthy overnight. We're not going to get healthy overnight either. So I prepare people ahead of time. I prepare people of like, hey, we are going to clean out your gut and balance your body. So you might see detox, but guess what? Detox is a very good thing because we want those toxins out. We don't want them to stay in. So as you have those symptoms, make sure you let me know so we can help get you through detox comfortably. Okay. So we don't want people miserable or feeling like they have like awful symptoms or they're allergic to the supplements. They're not. Typically, we're just going to adjust the time of day we're taking them. Are they drinking enough water? Are they on medications? The main medications I look after are thyroid, because we're going to space their supplements 4 hours from thyroid medication, or anything for like the heart, blood pressure. And if they say something like that, I just say, hey, do you stay away from caffeine to make sure they don't have any of the caffeine supplements? If they're on a ton of medications, I just say, I'm not a doctor or a pharmacist. Feel free to take the labels to your doctor or pharmacist to see if there's any interactions. I'd be happy to let you know what they do. If they're like medical lines, natural supplements and medical health don't always go hand in hand. So I do give them guidelines or like share, but I've seen people come off of tons of medications by getting to the root of their issue instead of putting the Band-Aid over them. But I can kind of share more into that maybe on a different Zoom as far as troubleshooting medications. But yes, I would say thyroid or anything that would affect like heart, and they need to stay away from caffeine. And then other than that, I put the ball in their court. Hey, let's take that label to your pharmacist and see if they think there are any interactions there.
That's awesome. Thank you. And yeah, I would love to know more about kind of the interactions. That would be great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Morgan, we're going to let you go, but we definitely should do another Zoom talking about just interactions with different medical things and stuff. And we could just do a live for that with anyone that has questions in regards to the products, because I know all of us probably know people that have other medical conditions that we could just have jump on there. So can everyone just quickly in the chat just say thank you, Morgan. We love you, Morgan, and we are cheering you on for Diamond this month. If anyone has not placed their order, do so today, so that it actually helps Morgan know where she's at with that. So Team Revive is going to make sure to get all their orders in today. So we love you, Morgan. Okay, so I am going to, sorry, Jess. I'm going to quickly jump into some of the few other things that we have. And then we'll probably take another like 15 minutes and then wrap this up. And then again, anytime you need something, text me, message Team Revive. Like, we're here for you guys. If you're in the Wilmington area, join us on Wednesday afternoons at Casablanca. Like, we really want to help you guys actually get your goals met. So let me share this with you and let's keep rolling through. All right, so you're all going to watch Eric's video, right? Thumbs up. Okay, your challenge for this week is to watch his video and write down some lessons of what you can do to actually recruit those 20 people. It's just an incredibly helpful video. Okay, next is, again, for those that don't have a big social media following, organize a sip and see party this summer. So basically that means like getting some of the products and inviting people over to try the products, ask their questions, right? So, you could host like a pool party or even like a brunch in your backyard and invite people to try the products, ask their questions, and meet with you in person. So I've actually not done a sip and see party, but one of the girls on my team, Amanda, has done it, and it's been incredible for her. So I would encourage all of you to organize one of those this summer. And if you're local, again, I would love to help you with that. The sixth thing, and I'm cruising through this, is, okay, you aren't going to love this, but I'm just going to give you the blunt truth. Share your story, not just products. So it sometimes is like this thing we just want to show about the products. Most people don't really care about the products. They want to know why you're taking them. So I would encourage you, as a discipline for yourself, try to do one Plexus permanent post, which means like a post in your feed. Try to do one post a week mixed with other things. So, inspirational stuff about your family, stuff about your life. You don't want your whole feed to just be Plexus stuff. And then I would encourage you on your Instagram stories and Facebook stories, post every day. And I know that it seems like a lot, but most people are looking at your story for less than 5 seconds. So it doesn't feel like a lot for them. So you're going to be like, oh, I'm posting about this every day. No one's thinking you're posting about this every day. They're seeing it like for 1 second of their whole day. So doing one permanent post a week and one story a day. Studies show that most people need to see something at least 20 times before they'll ever DM you. So I know some people are like, I've done 3 posts. I'm like, great. You have about, 17 more left to do till someone reaches out. So again, it's just getting into the habit. So I have an alert on my phone, and I just have an alert that says, put up this story. And what I'll do is one day a week, I'll just like take a bunch of pictures. Like maybe like today is a day that I actually have some makeup on and my hair is not in a messy, hot mess bun, right? So maybe today I'll take some selfies and some pictures with the products. Maybe I'll do some videos, right? And then I'll spread those out throughout the month. So you don't need to like get yourself all dolled up. Also, just studies have shown the more unperfect you are, the more relatable you are. And so the more people are likely to reach out. So anytime I share about Plexus and I'm in my car, I get almost 10 times more people that reach out to me than my perfectly pictured selfie. So if you saw my stories the other day, I did a story with no makeup on, right out of bed, drinking my pink drink. And I had 6 people reach out to me from that story. So you don't need to have your hair done. You don't need to have your makeup done. Just be relatable, be real, but share yourself and share your story. So number 7, write down, I put a little bank thing here. Okay, this is kind of funny to me because life is just different. But when I started Plexus, I made a little screenshot. I wanted my bank account to consistently have over $10,000 in it. And that would be after my bills are paid, after my generosity, after my tithes, after my revival givings, all of that. I wanted to have left in my bank over $10,000. So I literally looked on Google for a screenshot of a bank account with over $10,000. And I just made like a little picture of it for my desk as one of my goals. And one of the things that you can write down is, if you signed up 20 people, well, what would you earn? What would you earn in commission? What would you earn in bonuses? This month, especially with the different giveaways, There's like t-shirt giveaways and $300 giveaway and this giveaway and that way. Like there's so much happening this month. And if you're new to Plexus, there's also the fast track bonuses as well. So in your first 30 days, you get a fast track bonus. So those are for those that just signed up in the last 30 days. If you sign up 3 people, you get I believe it's $100 bonus. So you want to make sure to, if you're just starting, to just get started. And then if you have people sign up under you, help them get to fast track, because they'll get those extra bonuses as well. And then number 8, I wrote text messages, follow up, staying organized, whiteboard your goals, set reminders, use whatever tools you need necessary to get yourself organized. I am like a paper and pen person, so I use a journal. I also use an app called Monday.com to stay organized, and I create little task lists on there. And then also you can create a whiteboard of like how many points and PV do you need to reach to actually get to your goals. But the more organized you are, the more like you'll remember to follow up with people. So that's just a really simple, practical thing. Okay, I made this slide for you because this is the slide that I desperately needed when I started. And I was like, what the heck is all of this stuff? So, and I can send this all to you if you need it. So I just broke down, okay, PV, what the heck is PV? All right, PV is personal volume. So that is earned through any retail customers, AKA, I'm going to talk about this really clearly. And if you have questions, I can break it all down for you. So if someone orders products from you and they do not become a VIP, okay, they do not get a welcome pack, they do not sign up to be a VIP, they become a retail customer, okay? If they become a retail customer, that counts as part of your PV. So if someone buys $100 worth of product and is not a VIP, that counts towards your 100 PV, okay? So the thing is you do not get points and you don't get commission on those. So to be commission qualified, you need to have 100 PV or more each month on your account. So the easiest way to make sure that you're getting commission each month is to have a subscription. So I just have a subscription set up every single month. And what you can do is you can make it a conditional subscription, meaning if you're not going to reach that 100 PV, then like it will just automatically do that subscription. But if, let's say, someone does order retail under you, right, then it won't run that subscription. And so it will guarantee that you're at least covered for commission. But if you have retail customers come in, it's not going to run it and not charge for you. So I would say set up your subscription today and organize it to be a conditional subscription based on if you have 100 PV. So you can do that in your account really simply. Then the next thing is points, which are not the same as PV. It took me about 3 months to learn that. So see, I'm like, anyone can do this, because I'm like, I feel like I was a smart person. And I'm like, I don't know why I am like so stupid when it comes to Plexus, but I cannot figure out any of this stuff. It was like a different language for me. So I hope this is helping you guys. But points, okay. So once you are an ambassador who's commission qualified, meaning you have 100 PV, okay, you can become an ambassador. So once you're an ambassador, every single time someone orders from your referral link, right? If you don't know how to find your referral link, just message me and I can send you your referral link, okay? But once you become an ambassador and you send someone your referral link, the first person that orders makes you qualified to become an ambassador. Now, every person that orders from you directly, you get 6 points, okay? So you could just write down 6 points. Now, every person, let's say, okay, so Jess Jaruzik is on here. and she's one of my level ones, which is what they call someone that you directly refer. So I directly signed up Jessica. She used my link, right? So she's my level 1. So every time Jessica orders, I get 6 points. Now, let's say Jessica signs up Kelly, right? Now, when Kelly signs up, she becomes a level 2 on my team. So I will get 5 points from Kelly, and Jess will get 6 points. Every single rank that you see on the right side of the screen, you need to have a certain amount of points each month to hit that rank. So I thought this was super helpful for me. I found out the average income monthly and yearly for each rank. And I don't know if you're a visual person, I am. It helps me to actually see like what to expect. So right now, I'm in the middle of gold and senior gold. So I average right now about $1,500 a month income on Plexus. But there are some months that I make like $3,000 to $4,000 on Plexus just because my points will be higher, or I'll have more orders. So it kind of just depends. It can kind of go up and down. So those numbers on the side are actually the minimum that you'll make. Okay. So I know there are diamonds that are on our team who I will not say their names that are making over $600,000 a year. And sapphires that are making over $300,000 a year. So they have to do this for liability reasons. This is the minimum that you will make monthly and yearly at those ranks. So I don't know if that helps you at all, but so your first goal, and the goal I think that is possible, completely possible for every single person in this month to achieve, is silver. And that's literally bringing on 3 people. And that's bringing 3 people on the journey with you. And that's how it will cover your supplements. And you want to help those 3 people bring on 3 people so that at least their supplements and products are covered. Because you never, ever, ever want their inability to buy products to be a hurdle for them, right? So if they can bring on 3 people every month, their products are covered, right? So we want to help everyone bring on 3. And then the last thing I wrote here is you must make sure to set up your Plexus Pay account. So once you become an ambassador, you will receive an email to set up your Plexus Pay account. You will not get paid if you don't have a Plexus Pay account set up. So make sure to do that. And then also I think you have 3 months to transfer the money out of Plexus Pay to your bank account or to Venmo. You could also just have that set up automatically. So mine just moves to my Venmo automatically every month. So I don't even have to think about it. So you can just kind of set it up once and forget it. So, okay, really quick. I just gave you a little screenshot of my dashboard from this morning. So you can kind of see, I don't know if this helps, but okay, right here on the left, on the top of your dashboard, when you log in, right on the left, you're going to see this, and it says my subscription, right? And it's saying my subscription is on. My next order date is going to be August 4th. That means yesterday, my subscription ran. So yesterday I placed an order and my order PV is 111. So because my order ran yesterday, now we can see my current PV is 111. I need 100 PV to be commission qualified. I am at 111, which means what? It means I'm getting commission this month, right? Okay. Points and rank. So far this month, right? It's July 5th. I have 78 points this month, right? And I'm currently a gold ambassador rank. So at 78 points right now, I can see like where I'm kind of at in regards to my goals. So every time someone orders, this number goes up by either 2, 4, 5, or 6, depending on who on my team orders. And you need to have someone order 100 PV, over $100 worth of product, for them to be the full amount of points. Does that make sense? So the best way for them to do that is by buying a welcome pack or the triplex. And the triplex is the product that everyone should be on anyway, because that's your overall gut health, like your foundational 101. Okay. New VIPs. This is cool. So I can see on my team already this month, it's already only July 5th already. So within Team Revive, I have a small squad called Revival Ready, which if you're on this call, you're in the Revival Ready squad. And we have a special chat. If you're not in that chat, just message me and I can add you to it. But Revival Ready squad has already signed up 7 VIPs this month already. And so our team just like kind of crushes, and we kind of like reach just all the goals for Team Revive. So it's really awesome. And so it's really, really exciting. And we already have 7 VIPs this month. And so, and then so far, no new brand ambassadors. But if any of you sign up people this month, then you'll become a new brand ambassador. Okay, next thing I will show you. Okay, next steps. And you could just jot these down. I just made some simple next steps for you because this is what I had to do for myself. And I hope that it helps you. If it doesn't help you, then you don't have to do it. But I hope that this does help you. So the first thing, I wrote down, sign up for Vegas convention. So next year's Plexus convention is in Vegas, which is awesome. The early bird special is available right now. You could literally just type in Plexus Convention 2024 into Google and sign up. But I signed up for convention this year and I did not think I was going to be able to go because it was like the week after our camp meeting, which is our like big national ministry event. And my husband was like, Jessi, you need to go to convention. Your soul needs to do something that's just fun with a bunch of girls. And so I made it a priority to go. And my husband, offered to watch the kids and I got to go. And I was really thankful that I did. I got to get my hair done and dress up, which is always fun. And it was like everything my soul needed. It was just so much fun. And I got to learn so much more about the products. I got to learn about the business. I got to make so many friends. Krista, who's a diamond, is there on the left. And obviously you see Morgan on the right. And then Christy, who's another gold, is there with us. And so it was just the best girl time ever. And I just like really needed it. And so I think for you, a great motivation is to sign up for Vegas convention and just make it a goal to be there next year and just invest in yourself in that way. Okay, so number 1, this week, sign up one person and become an ambassador. So the way you become an ambassador is by signing up one person. So using your referral link, you sign up one person and they just get to be a part of the journey now with you. And you can send them this video that I'm going to put on YouTube. And you could just be like, listen, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but just watch this video and Jessi will help you. And so the second thing is, and congratulations, Jess. She signed up someone this morning or in the middle of the night last night. So I just want to give you a little shout out. 2, make sure your payment account is set up. I would hate for you to make all this money and not get paid. So make sure to set up Plexus Pay as soon as you become an ambassador. Number 3, refer 3 people and immediately train them to refer 3. So that was something that I really dropped the ball on when I started, and I really regret it. And now I'm learning now how to do that, but learning how to teach other people about the business is going to be the best thing for growing a squad of people that actually know how to do this together. So if you can sign up 3 people and train them to sign up 3 people, you're guaranteeing success for yourself. So that will automatically then be a whole group of people on your team in your first month. Okay. 4, add everyone to Team Revive for trainings and Facebook group messages. So listen, you're not going to be an expert at this. I'm still learning a ton, right? So use the resources available to you. 5, set up a weekly time on your calendar to work on it. So prioritizing this in your calendar is going to set you up for success. So for me, from 6 to 7 a.m. is when I work on Plexus. And then from 7 to 8 p.m. And I have a busy life, but busy people accomplish a lot of things. And so I wake up early in the morning, spend some time with Jesus. I do an hour of Plexus work, and then I'm making bacon and eggs for my children and going on throughout my life, right? And so I have it set on my calendar when I'm going to work on these things. Number 6, learn about the products, business, and have a figure it out mindset. You can do this. If you don't know something, or you don't know how to do something, or you don't know, just ask. There are so many resources available for you. Number 7, share on social stories and why you are taking it. Serve people and don't sell. Share your story. Do the reset. Why? So that you can show other people what the reset does. Like that screenshot I showed you of my scale, right? Now, it's one thing if I'm like, oh, you're going to lose weight on reset, or I can show you a screenshot of my freaking scale. And then it's like, you don't need to just take my word for it. You can look at the evidence, right? So again, use the products and actually show other people how to use them as well. Okay, I'm going to go through this really quick. I'm just going to read through it. Me plus 3 goal this week. This, if you listen to me on anything that I say, please listen to this. If you do this, I guarantee to you, you will be successful. Okay. I will send you this screen. Make a screenshot right now of your computer or phone. Just take a screenshot of it. Okay. I even have a picture with me with holding 3 fingers up in this thing. This Instagram post of me and Parker in the car, this signed me up 12 people, this one post. Okay. So if you need me, I can send you the link to this post and you can see it. But me plus 3 is a clear path. Start with just 3 of your closest friends. Oh. Okay. You have the opportunity to earn income that can help you pay for your products. Me plus 3 is all about focusing on the power of just 3 referrals. This way you don't feel overwhelmed. Invite 3 people to their own health and happiness journey. Those 3 people purchase a welcome pack or products that equal to at least 100 PV to start their new healthy lifestyle, and they will receive their deepest discount when they get the welcome pack. So you want people to sign up as a VIP and get a welcome pack because they literally save like $200. You receive business building bonus of $20 for each one of those 3 friends who purchases the welcome pack. Then you receive a $100 one-time achievement bonus. Then you can also earn pay points for each one of those friends who purchases the welcome pack. So then the total you earn is $196, right? And then if you work quickly, you can add in the fast start bonus another $100. So if it's your first 30 days, you get another $100 bonus, right? Now, if you teach those 3 people to sign up 3 people just like this, right? You will be a gold, and you will move to gold in 1 month. Okay. It is like that simple. So I was an idiot and didn't do that last summer. And instead of teaching anyone how to do it, I just referred a ton of people myself, and I went to gold the hard way by just all level 1s, and basically just signed up like a ton of level 1s this whole last year. But this year I'm motivated to help other people. And so this is the easiest way to grow your business. And this is the easiest way to not get overwhelmed. So you're really just discipling 3 people, right? And I know that kind of just helps mentally, like if you're just focusing on helping 3 people. So I even know for myself, and I'll give all of you this invitation. Okay. Anyone that watches this video that's on my Facebook chat that I have, it's Jessi's chat. You'll see if you're not in it, I can invite you to it. Just DM me and I'll send you an invite to that chat. The first 3 people that go to gold in my chat thread, not Team Revive, but my personal chat thread that I have on Facebook, the first 3 people that go to gold on that chat, I will send you 3 referrals. So because of what I do in ministry, it's easy for me to sign up people. And I don't take that for granted, but I want to be a blessing to my team and to other people. And one of my convictions from God on this is to help other people in the business. So if you go to gold, then I will help you progress to senior gold personally. And I will help sign up those next people for you and use your link as my referral. So that's a little motivating thing. So if you're like, okay, if I see that you're taking it seriously, then I will sign up people for you. Instead of signing them up under me, I will sign them up under you. So if that doesn't motivate you, free referrals, then I don't know what will, but I think that's a bit, I wish someone would do that for me. So, okay. And then the last thing, so contact. So whoever invited you to this call, just reach out to them for next steps. So if your next step is becoming an ambassador, or maybe it's purchasing the products and just getting started, just reach out to them and they can help you learn about that. And then again, you can reach out to me on Instagram. The Instagram that I use for all the Plexus stuff is Revival Ready USA. And you can get ideas for posts on Revival Ready USA. And I specifically use that not for ministry so that it gives you ideas for posting. Because you're probably not going to post about like my children on your Instagram. So I try to post about things that you can literally just copy and use for your own. So that is all that I have there. And someone wrote, where do you find the Eric Gore video? I believe Eric Gore is a politician, but I will send you the Eric Gore video in the Facebook chat. So, or Donna, you can DM me. And then if anyone else needs anything too, and then Jessica, I can help you set up the Plexus Pay. Or you could just check your email. But if you haven't gotten that, I can help you with that too. So if anyone else needs anything, just let me know. And I will do, if you have any questions on the dashboard too, I have the dashboard open if you need any directions in there. If you need to jump off, you're free to do so. And I will save this video and add it to the Facebook chat. But does anyone else have any questions? Stacy, message me on Revival Ready USA on Instagram, and I will add you to all the chats. So just make sure to DM me and I'll make sure you're on the chats. If you're not on any of the chats, just DM me and then I'll send all of them to you. Is there any final questions?
Hey, Jessi. Oh, one quick question. When you're like, obviously I'm just started the reset today and trying to reach out to people, but like, what's your recommendation in terms of like people you haven't talked to for a while? Like, do you just kind of reach out, like, hey, how you doing? Like, is it better to kind of start with just a relationship thing, or hey, I'm doing this journey, you want to join? Kind of, because it can sound a little pushy at times if you haven't reached out to them for a while. So I'm not sure what kind of people have done.
So I just shared in the chat my like opening script. And you can literally just copy and paste it and change it for your own thing. But the first people that I try to reach out to are people that I have had recent contact with, just because it's a more natural relationship. So, and then usually if I share on social, if I'll say something like on a social media post, like, I'm looking for 3 friends to do this journey with, and I'll Venmo you $10 if you sign up by the end of tonight. And saying something like that, you know, motivates people. And then when people comment and reach out, I'll say like, DM me, the first 3 people that DM me, I'll Venmo you $10 to cover your VIP membership, right? And then whoever those first 3 people are, this is the first chat that I'll send them, which I put in the meeting chat there. It just says, I would love to help you on your wellness journey. Last June, I decided blah, blah, blah. And then my follow-up is I will usually send this to people. So someone's like, Jessi, I'm so excited. Like, I want to learn more, whatever. then I'll usually send them this. And I added that into the chat too. Just basically like, I'd love to help you, blah, blah, blah. Every 3 months or so, I like to do the reset and then try Plex, blah, blah, blah. Here's the code for $10 off and then my link. So the first thing that I'm doing is asking a question. You could see, I say, are you wanting to lose weight, boost your immune system, decrease? So I don't even send my link usually in the first chat. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what their needs are. And then usually I'm sending my link in the second chat with the discount code. So, and then once I send this to someone, then I'm putting their name in my reminders to follow up with them in 24 hours. So a lot of people won't order right away. So I'll just follow up with them in 24 hours. And so then I will send this usually to people within like the first week. I'll just say, I wanted to check in and see if you have any questions or how I could help. Make sure to sign up as a VIP. New VIPs get $10 off. That promo is off because that's from June. But I'll be like, first 3 people to sign up as a VIP today, I'll cover their VIP membership. So that's like a little incentive sometimes that I do to get people to just make that first initial step. So, and if you guys need any other stuff like that too, I'm always happy to share what I send to people and stuff like that. So, I know that Morgan and Krista have really helped me with that, because I'd be like, what the heck do I text to someone? Like, and I'd be like, I have 5 people that want to sign up, but I don't even know what to say. So, someone said, are there brochures we can share with others? Okay, so I didn't put this on there, but I would encourage you to do this. But you see the Plexus Go app. There's an app called Plexus Go. And if you download that app, something that's super helpful is, I'm gonna have to jump off here in 1 sec, but my phone's like, oh, okay. So if you go to the Plexus Go app, you can go to library and go to English or Espanol, and they have all of these toolkits, different product education. So if you're like, okay, I need to know more about gut health or whatever, like you can download any of the stuff on like ProBio 5 or any of this stuff. So if someone's like, hey, do you have more information on this? You can just download all of this from the app and then just send it to them. So sometimes if someone's like, has a question about a certain product, I'll just send them like a screenshot of one of these. So anyway, you could use that to help. Okay, so if you guys have any other questions, honestly, DM me, text me. I think like almost all of you have my cell phone number. Also, it's not a bot that's texting you. It's like me in the flesh is actually texting you. So all the time people are like, I don't know. I think they think it's not me, but it is me. So I'm actually texting you. So text me back and leave me a voice memo if you have a question or whatever. But I'm here to help you guys. And if you need the link to this, just DM me and I will share you the link on YouTube once I get it up there. But was this training helpful for you guys? Yeah, awesome. Awesome. I just know when I was starting, I was like, I just need like a one-on-one, like how to like actually start this thing. What the heck's PV? What's points? How do I make money doing this? What the heck am I doing? So I just feel like Janine said I was unsure it was you at first. Yes, it is me. I am texting you. So don't ignore me because that's just me. And just answer me back. Send me an emoji with like a heart at least. But I love you guys. I'm really excited. Who thinks that they're going to be able to do 3 referrals this week? Yeah? Okay. Listen, if you share an Instagram story every single day, this is my last little challenge for you. If you share an Instagram story, not permanent posts, if you do a story every day this week, okay, and you tag me in it, I will share your story to my page and tell people to reach out to you. So share a story, tag me in it, and I will share it on my page and tell people to reach out to you. And the first person that shares every single day for 7 days, I'm going to send this portable blender to you for your collagen protein shakes. So you got to make sure to tag me in those posts. You could either do at jessi.green or Revival Ready USA, either one. But if you do a story every single day, and not of products, but of yourself and your journey and what you're sharing, I will share those. And also the first person to do it will get this fun travel blender, which is just so cute and kind of bougie. So anyway, I love you guys. And if you have any other questions, just feel free to text me, DM me, anything like that. Bye, everyone. Thank you, guys.